By the way, my apology to MotoGP fans. I didn't even know there was a race this past week, and I went on to my my DVR, whatever the hell you call it, and lo and behold, there it is. You know, and the way my wife just watches whatever the hell she wants and now deletes it, I didn't feel like I had to include her. Not like she likes motorcycle racing or anything. So I believe they were in Spain. I just sat there with my daughter, and I watched all three races back to back. The Moto 2, the 3, and the fucking GP race, and they were all fucking great races. You know what's funny? At first, I didn't like Moto 3 with their little skinny bicycle tires. Now I'm fucking into it. All three of them were great races. The Moto 2, I think the Moto 2 was the one where the guy in the lead fucking just dumped the bike. He fucked up coming out of a turn. And then the other guy, it was just up to him not to blow it. And I don't know, I loved all of it. And I'm just watching the MotoGP race. All of a sudden it goes up towards like 1,000 cc's. Valentino Rossi having Hey, Nini. What's up?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm flailing over here. I got like another 16 minutes to go, and I'm so stressed, and I got to go to the fucking airport.
Why are you stressed?
Then I'm all over the map. Valentino Rossi, that was so weird watching everybody pass him. He had problems with like his tires. This is why this guy's this shit. He's been doing it for so fucking long. I even know who this guy is. And he came in 10th place, and he's still in first place. That's pretty goddamn impressive this early into the season. And I kind of became a fan of that Johan Zarco. I like the bike, all black, and he just was fucking passing everybody. He ended up being in, I don't know what he finished, like 4th maybe? He's a French guy. I like the French. You know? I don't know, but I'm totally into it. I don't know any of the fucking names. I know Marc Marquez, right? That's it. I'm looking at all these other names. I got them all, a whole list here. I could pretend like I know these guys off the top of my head. I don't. I have no idea who any of these guys are. But I will tell you, like, if you think racing is boring, motorcycle racing is a good one to start with because, if you're not into racing, you want to see some crashes. And, motorcycle racing is literally the guy, just imagine with every fucking stock car race, every time there was an accident, the guy, like, flew out of the car. I'm not sitting there saying I want to see anybody get hurt, but, it is riveting. It's just fast. Like, first of all, the level of technology of the suit that they can be going like 150 miles an hour, lay the bike down. They lean too far. They fucking hit their knee or some shit. I don't know what happens. The handlebar hits the ground. They're so low. And it causes the bike to slide out from underneath them. And they're going like, whatever, 130 miles an hour. Just slide and they pop right back up. Because the suits are made out of space-age leather. It's funny. When I had my brief motorcycle riding career out here in L.A. before I smartened up and realized that I'm not a motorcycle guy. I am a fan, but I was riding scared, and everybody's texting, and something bad was going to happen, man. I actually was going like trying to think of how to protect myself. And I was thinking I was going to get either a Ducati or I was going to get that Harley, that throwback 70s one. And I was going to buy one of those MotoGP suits. It was probably going to cost more than the bike. I thought it would be hilarious just to be riding a Harley wearing a GP suit. You look like you're supposed to dress like, you used to be in a biker gang. There's something about being on a Harley. You have to wear like jeans. It's like not acceptable to have the leather on leather suit. Hello, lovely.
Hello, handsome.
What's going on?
Nothing. I was just going to say, what's even more boring than watching racing?
You just don't like it at all.
Well, listening to you talk about racing is probably more boring than actual racing.
Wow.
Like for hours, it feels like just a swarm of killer bees. That's what it sounds like. Just like why? How? Why? You're waiting to watch the crash, right? I was hearing you from the kitchen. Did you like that's literally what you're because it's so fucking boring. Like that's the level to which like the boredom you feel when you watch it, like you're waiting for an accident. Like that's where your mind goes to the dark place because you're so bored. You're like, what if someone just like crash. And
No.
It's that boring? God, it's boring.
No. I was saying when you first sit down and watch it, that's what you're hoping for because you don't understand what's going on. But once you start understanding,
nobody's hoping for that. Nobody's hoping for it when they watch it. Is that why people watch?
No, I'm saying if you're not into it,
yeah,
that's why you would watch. You'd be like, well, I'll see an accident. I mean, everybody likes an accident.
At least.
I mean, everybody, like, when they see if somebody's changing a fucking tire will cause 4 lanes of traffic. People going, oh, is the car going to fall on his head? What's going on over there?
Yeah, the rubbernecking. The most interesting part of the racing, though, that I've watched with you is is it Lewis Hamilton? He's the champion, right?
Nico Rosberg is the defending champion, but his wife told him, well, now that you won the championship, it's time for you to pay attention to me, and he fucking retired. Or he was like, I don't want to deal with Lewis again, and he just left.
Well, anyway, was it him that iced out his teammate? And they were like, these two haven't spoken in over 6 months.
Yeah, it was like a whole Days of Thunder thing last year.
You could cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah, there's all of that stuff goes on. There's the pride of the country, the Ferraris, the Mercedes, right? All of that shit. And then once you get into like the different tires, when to pit, the strategy of it and all of that, it's amazing. And this year, the adjustments that they've made on the cars is way more passing. I'll tell you, last year was a little boring where it's like it was a race to the first turn. Whoever got to there first just held that position for the rest of the race because you couldn't pass them.
Wow. Riveting. Well, listen, I'm going to go.
All right. She's crying. She's crying.
Yeah,
go.
And the baby's crying. So
all right. Go get her.
I don't mean to trash your interest. I just thought it'd be funny to come in.
You don't find it interesting with those motorcycles going that fast, like the balls that takes? The fucking balls.
I don't find it interesting. No doubt, balls, but not interesting.
All right. So you'd rather watch a bunch of balloon-titted whores screaming at each other?
Yeah. At least there's some
Nia Renee Hill, everybody. There you go. And that's that right there. That is the fissure in our relationship. That's the fault line right now.
You know what? At some point, we're going to talk about the fact that you spend like hours watching people fight each other on World Star and all these other kind of websites, but then you want to come at me because I watch Real Housewives and people are arguing.
They never get to the fight. Every time they're about ready to fight, a cameraman breaks it up. If those women would beat the shit out of each other, I'd watch it. If you just sit there and say mean shit to one another while somebody dabs at their eyes with tissues, it still bugs me to this day that white woman spit in fucking Miss New York's face, and they owed it to her. They owed it to her to give her a couple of fucking swings.
That's a good point.
Oh, the way she did the about face, like that was the end of it after she spit in somebody's face.
That's true. They should have let her beat her ass.
Well, there you go. That's why I don't like reality TV. Pop off! Pop off! All of them. Like oh man, it drives me nuts. It's like, you know what reality TV is? It's like fucking, it's like blue balls the whole time. Here comes the fight. Here comes the fight. They're starting to swing. Break it up, break it up, break it up. The tension just keeps building and it never happens. It's like, when there's a big fucking UFC fight coming up, right? Imagine if they just kept running the promo and Joe Rogan just kept getting more and more amped up about how great the fight was going to be. And then it never happened. Right as they went to fight, Dana White comes out, hey, that'll be enough of that. That'll be enough of that. And then you had to deal with the two fighters fucking talking to the camera.
I just felt like for me, I wanted to have a fight to decide it. But, for me...
All right, I'm sorry. Let's read a little bit of that is the number one fucking expression in reality TV. I know I say it all the time. I just feel like for me, I just feel like for me, I need to just do that. But I'm not doing it for her. I'm doing it for me.